The following program is presented by Pro Sound and Video.
Welcome to Broward Teen News. We're here to take a look at some of the past shows from Cooper City High School's TV program.
Stay tuned to see an individual's passion for the environment,
how one local church is supporting a cause,
CTV Office, and more.
I'm Grace Milan.
And I'm Jaden Sheridan.
And Broward Teen News starts now.
Big or small, acts of kindness can have lasting effects on everyone they reach,
as well as have an impact on both the giver and the receiver.
Brendan Nolan has more on how being kind can make a difference.
Giving back to the community is done in many ways, but one man took it upon himself to go the extra step when it comes to helping others.
The Shirt Off My Back is an organization I started approximately 9 years ago where I go around collecting clothing from friends, family members, and strangers as well, and I bring it back to my home. I sort it all out, I'll load it up into my van, and then I'll go out on the street and hand it out to people on the street, go to where there's a homeless population. I open up the back of my van, people come up to me, and I give them whatever they need.
Well, Taro took something he felt strongly about and has built this organization from the ground up.
Many years ago, a friend of mine asked me if I had any shirts that I could give to her because she treats people with dual disorders, and she would see them with the same clothes all the time. So I gave her maybe a dozen shirts that I wasn't wearing, and then she asked again, and I gave her more. And then I wound up asking my brother, my sister. Then I put a post on Facebook and asked friends, and that's kind of how it started.
The Shirt Off My Back is making a huge impact in South Florida, and it also serves as a learning opportunity for those who volunteer.
I think it's important for young kids to realize that there are people that are less fortunate than them. And when they get to see it hands-on, it really impacts them, and they really want to get on board and start helping people. And to me, that's very inspiring to lead by example. One of the reasons I do this is because of the way I was raised. My parents taught me that if you can help someone who can't help themselves, you help them. It's kind of a catchphrase with me that people have gotten to know me by is, Thomas, why do you do this? Because I can.
Donating shirts to shorts to any other clothing accessory, Voltaro gives back to those in need.
If you have an opportunity to perform a random act of kindness, do it. Take it.
I want to give a big thanks to
For CTV News, I'm Brendan Nolan.
And the Shirt Off My Back for coming out here.
Not only are people giving back within the community, one group is going the extra mile by helping those all the way in Ukraine.
Here's Chase Parada with the story.
For 30 years, the St. Nicholas Ukrainian Orthodox Church has been a haven for the Ukrainian population of Cooper City, providing a space where they can connect to their roots. I spoke to Solomia Paragovska, a churchgoer who moved to Cooper City when she was 20, from her hometown of Lviv, Ukraine.
Well, this is like my church where I usually come to. We come every Sunday, so all the Ukrainians got to meet and, have fun together. But right now, this is not fun. This is very different than that.
After Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the church's ballroom, which was once used for celebration, has transformed into a storage room for supplies, and the former visitors to volunteers, spending their days collecting and packaging supplies for their people back home.
We have volunteers working all day long from 9 to 9. Yesterday, I was here all day, and the entire day people would just come, just trying to help as much as they can because they understand that that's what Ukraine needs right now. But my mom and my dad and my brother are still there. And almost everyone I talk to, their family, everyone is still in Ukraine. Yeah, it's been really tough. Yeah.
While the situation is tough, the strength and resilience of the Ukrainian people, as well as the support of the community, will carry them through these tough times. For more information on how you can help, visit the church's website, ukrainianorthodox.church. For CTV News, I'm Chase Parada.
Many animals have found themselves on the endangered species list.
One Florida man is working to restore many of these important species, such as the African bongo.
This is an African mountain bongo. He is one of only a few hundred left in the world. And this is Paul Rilo, the man trying to save them. As president of the Rare Species Conservatory Foundation, he runs a facility in Loxahatchee, Florida, that helps rehabilitate many endangered animals, among the bongo. I had a chance to sit down with Paul to discuss the foundation's goals and the facility itself.
The Rare Species Conservatory Foundation was a social experiment that I started about 31 years ago. And really what it was intended to do is provide a gateway to conservation work in the tropics. Specifically, what we were looking at were flagship species, those tropical species that were in very, very dire need of help. None of these animals that are here by their own desire. They're here because they're victims of really a very, very terrible time on our planet for critical species.
The facility provides care for several species of threatened birds, monkeys, and others, but the center stage animal present in the conservatory's care is the bongo. A short ATV ride took me into the heart of their territory.
The mountain bongo is far and away the most significant flagship species on Mount Kenya today. And this is a famously rare, beautiful animal that we've been working with for a very, very long time. And it represents an opportunity to restore a species that we weren't sure was going to be here. We figured out how to raise bongo. So now we're enjoying exponential growth in this managed population. Even though this incredible animal went through a terrible bottleneck and most of the wild populations collapsed. Today we can see we have a chance to sustainably reintroduce bongo.
The fight to reintroduce bongo and keep endangered populations stable stems farther from just the conservatory and involves our current generation and future generations to come.
When people ask me about the future of our planet and the future of wildlife and conservation, it is a very difficult question with the exception of one point, and that is it is going to be the young generation's responsibility. Whatever the world has done to this place, you all are going to inherit this in whatever kind of shape it's in.
Wow. It's a lot.
No pressure.
Yeah.
If there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that our impact matters, even if it helps save one bongo at a time. For CTV News, this has been Josh Heithouse.
There are many different passions, from biologists to painters and so much more.
Here's one Cooper City High School student with a unique hobby.
Hello, my name is Divya Dewan and my passion is woodworking. So I first started woodworking in 7th grade. I went to Pioneer Middle School. I got woodworking as one of my electives. I learned under Mr. Cole, who was the shop teacher at the time, and through that class I really developed a passion for woodworking, and when I graduated Pioneer I decided to continue. With woodworking I was really given an opportunity to work hands-on and create nothing into something. So I really don't sell my pieces, mostly because I enjoy just gifting them to family and friends. I truly do form an emotional connection to every piece I make because of the time and effort that goes into everything. Sometimes I'll take on a commissioned piece, but for the most part I just like surprising my friends, whether it be little keychains or coasters, kind of just little things that they're not expecting. It's totally fine to have a different passion, a different hobby, because it's okay to be unique. If everyone was doing the same thing, then life would be so boring. Sometimes you just have to turn with it.
This past year, schools traveled to Long Beach, California for the Student Television National Convention.
Here's a story from Josh Heithouse on the art scene in Long Beach from CTV's very own First Place Morning Show.
The arts are widely underfunded, but the Arts Council for Long Beach is helping local artists through this challenge with grants and advocacy programs.
I think the grants have been instrumental, especially with the recovery from COVID. When COVID happened and everything shut down, we went immediately into recovery mode and started several funds for artists. Last year, we gave out over $450,000 to individual artists to support them.
As a director of the organization and an artist herself, Lisa truly understands the needs and challenges in the art world.
Even with that funding, it's still not enough. It's still really difficult for artists, so without having any of that, it would really make it difficult. But artists are survivors and they'll find a way to make money and do what they want to do no matter what if they're really passionate about it. But I think our vision is to kind of take away that poverty mentality with artists, where it's like the suffering artist archetype, and really artists should be valued as any other type of employment.
Although the Arts Council for Long Beach is still in need of more resources, the funding and grants provided to them by the city and state governments is truly allowing artists to express themselves. For CTV Extra, this has been Josh Heithouse.
Coming up, a look at girls softball and CTV The Office.
But we'll be right back after these announcements.
Tomorrow, someone will drive to school, who arrives on time, someone who strives for straight A's, who chooses their friends wisely, who stays focused, someone who manages their time, who shows team sportsmanship, someone who gets done, no matter what.
City High has a lot of pride for all types of sports.
Let's throw the ball over to the top sports segments of this year.
The world is always evolving in every aspect of life, and sports are no different. Let me show you what I mean. Take basketball, for example. Every year the NBA is trying to evolve, changing rules that might have been in place for 50 years, or just testing new ideas even if they don't work out, like the new play-in tournament. Their next venture wasn't even on the court. Well, actually, it was. The E-Court. The NBA 2K League was started in 2017 by the NBA itself. Out of the 30 NBA franchises, 17 had 2K League team affiliates. And now in 2022, other owners saw the value in esports, and the league has now expanded to 24 teams this year. And they are not slowing down. The NBA 2K League is partnered with some of the biggest streaming and sports companies in the world to show their product. Twitch, YouTube, and ESPN, just to name a few. Outside the NBA, esports is still a growing business, bringing in a global audience of 400 million people, and it's still growing. Reports from Insider Intelligence says esports viewership will be up 11.5% from last year. And that's all these players can ask for. Some people might find it difficult to say playing video games is a full-time job, but the players on these esports teams have been working their whole lives to compete at a professional level. So if they consider it a sport, then why shouldn't we? From CTV Sports, I'm Adam Avon.
Our Cowgirls destroyed their competition West Broward 10-0 in their Tuesday game. Hitting off the first inning with 2 points, our Cowgirls had dominated their opponents, leaving them in the dust. Following up with another point in the second inning, our Cowgirls slowed the pace in the third, scoring no points, but brought the energy back up in the fourth inning with a highlight of the night. 4 returns to home plate after a crazy swing was made, but that wasn't enough for our Cowgirls. Afterwards, 2 more points were added on the scoreboard. 1 more point was made to end the game off for their easy cruise of a victory. We wish our Cowgirls good luck in their next game against American Heritage. For CTV Sports, I'm Isabella Calva.
Being a CTVer can be really stressful.
I know, right? I have to film, I have to edit, I have to script.
CTV The Office.
Where is Brian? Has anyone seen Brian?
Does he even go here anymore?
Bazinga!
Hey guys, anyone please listen? Hey guys.
Yeah, so we're 4 weeks in and it's going great. It's just going so great.
Hey Josh, how's the segment going this week?
Oh, the segment's going really good, really good. It's practically done.
Oh my god, that's great. Can I see it?
Josh, can I see it?
Oh, what?
Can I see the segment?
Oh, I haven't started yet.
But you just said.
I haven't started yet.
So being president comes with a lot of duties, and one of the most important is making sure that everyone meets deadline and turns their segments in at 7 p.m. You know, when like your friend has a birthday party, but you don't want to be the first one there, so you show up a little bit after. Yeah, that's what this is like, except for I'm the one throwing the party, and none of my friends show up until 2 in the morning.
Can anyone do their job?
Oh, what's my job? Well, my job is just to help people make segments, you know, like news, entertainment, stuff like that. I'm not an officer, so I basically just walk around talking to people. And it's really fun, but it'd be a lot easier to have fun if Nicole wasn't so stressed out all the time. It really bums me out.
Merrick, I really need you to start doing your work. You can't just sleep in class. You have to do stuff. You have to work on your
So recently I switched over from wearing glasses to contacts, but I haven't gotten my prescriptions yet, so I've just kind of been coming to school blind. And like everyone's been telling me that Nicole's really mad, but I just can't tell because I can't see any of her expressions. And she's also been spam texting me, but I can't tell if she's just yelling at me or just hyping me up for getting contacts. But at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
Emily, do you need help?
Yeah, I can't. Thank you.
Grace, I need you right now.
Since I'm one of the projected presidential candidates for next year, I've been spending a lot of time with Nicole, and she's been giving me a lot of jobs to do to prepare me for my presidency, but honestly, I think she's just unloading all her work on me.
Hey Grace, you almost done with this week's show yet? I really don't need Charlotte mad at me.
A lot of people are struggling to find dates for homecoming this year, especially you, Jaden.
Let's take a look back.
Yeah, hi, I'm Jaden. Obviously, y'all know I get all the girls. I got one, but my date got sick with COVID-19. So, come on, we're gonna go ask people out. You! Hi, I'm desperate. You wanna go to homecoming?
I already have a date.
You already have a date? Who? Who?
Samantha.
I'm better than Samantha.
Really?
Yeah. I'll take you to go get Wendy's or something after. We have a little date. Yes, no?
Like a hotel?
Yeah. What do you say?
Come on.
What do you say?
Well, I can't just leave her.
Can you go to homecoming with me? I'll give you all of them.
Yeah.
Can you go to homecoming with me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? I'm kind of down bad. Do you want to go to homecoming with me? No? What the? Fair enough. We tried, we failed. Excuse me, you. Do you want to go to homecoming with me? Yes? No? Well, you gotta, come on, say yes. Why are you not saying yes? What do you want?
I don't like cameras.
I don't care, say yes.
Yes.
He said yes.
Great success.
You, do you play tennis? Because I'm trying to serve you a date to homecoming. You trying to come? Yes. Let's go. Take care of it. Let's go, that's it.
School can be tough, especially if you don't know how to prepare for your tests.
That's easy. Just cheat.
Who gave you that advice?
Merrick.
All right, start your test, everyone.
Hey, come here. If you're like me, you suck at taking tests. But today's your lucky day, because I'm going to give you the tips on how to cheat the system.
Okay guys, so for step 1, I'm gonna need you to use your brain. see this guy? He's a total rookie. He'll never get anything done doing that.
Okay guys, so for step 2, you're gonna wanna go to the back of your classroom. There are these things called books. And what you're gonna wanna do is ask the teacher if you can take them home because they're gonna have everything on the test in them. Excuse me, Mr. Teacher, can I possibly borrow this textbook?
Yeah, sure.
What a sucker. Okay guys, so now that we have the textbook, there's these things in them called words. And what we can do is we can read them and store them in our head. They have all the answers you'll ever need. And if they're in our head, the teacher can't find them there and they'll never even know we did this.
Okay, so Pavlov's dog, that's an example of a classical conditioning experiment.
He doesn't even realize what he's giving away right now.
Merrick?
Nice work, buddy.
Hey, remember the Will Smith drama that was going on?
That was real? I thought it was clickbait.
Let's see what Chase and Merrick have to say about it.
Say, this is good. This is good.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the whole, like, Will Smith situation, controversy?
Oh, it's a hoax.
So, like, you don't think it happened?
Men in Black and like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, seriously? No way.
What did I see on the television then?
Holograms, After Effects, CGI. A 2-year-old could have made that with the right technology.
That's real. That's real. You can't convince me.
That's not real. That's
Hey, what's going on in here? Did you hear about the Will Smith slap?
Of course! The fake slap?
What? Trevino! Trevino! Can you please tell him that the Will Smith slap wasn't CG?
It was CG. I made it.
Trevino! This is so cool!
Here we go.
Wow! This is so cool! You should get an Oscar for this!
When did you do this?
You're a master!
I did.
You got an Oscar?
Yeah. For CTV Entertainment, this has been Trevino Moore.
At Cooper City High, we have many traditions.
Let's see how Chase and Adam are keeping one CTV tradition alive.
Hi, I'm Chase Parada.
Hi, I'm Adam Avon.
And the both of us received Cooper Code as our pass down.
Cooper Code's been a tradition of CTV for probably 8-9 years now. But Adam, Chase, took it over. Ooh.
Bruh.
I usually like all the segments that CTV comes out with, but when Adam and Chase do Cooper Code, so terrible.
It was like a new level of just trash.
But even generally speaking, Adam and Chase are just garbage human beings, like scum of the earth.
If there was a lower grade than an F, yeah, they would have got it.
Well, obviously people didn't, like it as much as we wanted them to. Some of the criticism actually, hurt a bit.
But hopefully we can find out some ways to fix it and make it better.
I don't know, maybe just try being funny.
Maybe we should just get rid of Adam and Chase.
I don't know. Personally, I think that just this green screen idea is super repetitive. Having me sit in front of a green screen and just say stuff, like it's super repetitive, bro.
All right, guys, we're sick and tired of being stuck inside the green screen for Cooper Code. So, for our first segment outside of the green screen, I'm going to be trying The Rock's daily routine. Let's go! All right, so it's 3:30 in the morning, which is when The Rock usually wakes up. Honestly, this is way too early for me, so I'm going to go back to bed, and I'll see you at a more reasonable time. So for the first meal of the day, The Rock would normally have 2 cups of broccoli, 1 cup of brown rice, and a dozen eggs. But personally, that is way too much for me, so I'm just gonna have 3 eggs. Let's go!
Oh, I'm feeling like The Rock already.
This is awful.
Well, that's all from Cooper City. I'm Grace Milan.
And I'm Jaden Sheridan. If you'd like to see stories like these and more, be sure to like us on Broward Teen News Facebook page.
Broward Teen News was brought to you by ProSound and Video.